trying times, we, champion Rotarians of District 3800, will continue to connect with people not just in this district, but around the world as well. We are here to connect.
We are here to connect. We are here to connect.
We are here to connect.
We are here to connect.
We are here to connect.
We are here to connect.
We are here to connect.
We are here to connect.
We are here to connect.
We are here to connect.
Champions!
Champions connect forever.
Champions connect forever.
Champions connect forever.
Champions connect forever.
Champions, connect forever.
These events will be held under a different platform, which we call the new normal. Hence, the virtual Discount and Awards Night. Please save the date.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians and guests. Welcome to the virtual district conference of Rotary International District 3800 for the year 2020. This event is being hosted by my Rotary Club, the Rotary Club of Wakwak. Now, before we start the program, may we please request everyone to turn off their mobile phones or to please switch them off to silent mode. Now, to formally start this annual event, let us all give way as we welcome the entrance of our dignitaries. Let us give them a big round of applause.
As District Governor, this 2020 Virtual District Conference of District 3800 is now called to order.
Thank you, Champion District Governor Nelson Aspe. Please stand by for the doxology by Zone 8 Champion Presidents, to be followed by the invocation to be led by our Father Eduardo Dumawal.
And hunger I can feel. courage. Lord, grant me strength. Grant me compassion that I may be your heart today.
Where there is hate, I can confront. Where there are yokes, I can release. Where there are captives, I can free. And anger, I can appease. Lord, grant me courage. Lord, grant me strength. Grant me compassion that I may be your heart today. When comes the day I dread to see a broken world, compel me from myself grown cold, that your people I may behold.
Where is fear, I cannot lay. Where there is pain, I can heal. Where there are wounds, I can bind. And hunger, I can fill. Lord, grant me courage. Lord, grant me strength. Grant me compassion that I may be your heart
That I could, yet there are hearts I cannot move. Lord, give me hope that I may be your heart
Let us place ourselves in the holy presence of God as we all come to experience oneness. We ask for strengths, and you gave us difficulties to make us strong. We ask for wisdom, and you gave us problems to solve. We ask for prosperity, and you gave us brain and amp to work. We ask for courage, and God gave us dangers to overcome. We ask for love, and God gave us troubled people to help. We ask for favors, and God gave us appointments. We receive nothing. We receive everything. We are thankful to God.
We would also like to request everyone to please observe a minute of silence in memory of those whom we miss, particularly past District Governor Teddy Zamora, past District Governor Lady Malen Ang, Champion President Tony Partos, and the rest of the other members of the family of Rotary International District 3800 who have peacefully joined our Creator.
Thank you, Zone 8 Champion Presidents and Father Ed Dumawan. We request everyone to please remain standing for the Philippine National Anthem and the Rotary Hymn.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagkaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hinigaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose the stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's breath glared, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the victory and peace. the power that hath made and preserved us a nation. Then conquer we must when our closing is just, and these we are mine. In God is our trust, and the star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
as the flag of peace unfurled. I shall serve my community, help achieve universal unity. To Rotary I shall dedicate my all. World understanding shall be my cherished goal. With a four-way test, I'll pursue my quest, giving my little way help attain. Peace in the world, I shall not have lived in vain. Above self, lend a hand to all who need my hand. I'll give my spouse to involve in Rotary, and in Rotary race I will train my family. With a four-way test we'll pursue our quest, living our little way help attain. Peace in the world, we shall not have lived in Build a bridge for tomorrow's youth, strengthen nothing but the truth. Let's join our hands, there's no reason we'll divide. We shall all understand why the good Lord is our guide. With a four-way test we'll pursue our quest, giving our little way of the day. Peace in the world, we shall not have lived in vain. Peace be achieved, we shall not have lived in vain.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now be seated. For the introduction of dignitaries and guests, as well as the roll call of Rotarians from our district by zone, please welcome our District Secretary, Past President Danilo Santos from the Rotary Club of Pasig, Sunrise.
Distinguished guests, fellow Rotarians, spouses, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my honor to be tasked to introduce the dignitaries and guests and do the roll call this afternoon. Let me start with Rotary International President's Representative, Jess Tikdao. Rotary International Director, Rafael Garcia III, and spouse, Minda. The man of the hour, our champion governor, District Governor Nelson Aspe, and District Governor Lady Mila Aspe. Immediate past District Governor Marilu Co, and past District Governor Antonio Co. RIPR aide, Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator, District Trainer, Vice Governor, past District Governor Virgilio Farcon Jr., and spouse Seni. Next, our District Conference Chair, past President Alberto Viscocho, and spouse Bing. Let me also acknowledge the breakout sessions, speakers, and panelists from other districts. From District 3780, we have past District Governor Danilo Fausto. From District 3790, past District Governor Rolando Villanueva. From District 3830, past District Governor Jaime Cura. From District 3830, past District Governor Herminio Coloma Jr. From the Council of Governors, let me acknowledge past District Governor Rufino Luna and spouse Baby. Past District Governor Eduardo Chua Kokyong and spouse Betty. Past District Governor Benigno Ricafort and spouse Nona. Past District Governor Arsenio Tanco and spouse Alice. Past District Governor Marcelina Aurelio. Past District Governor Santos Chua and spouse Marsh. Past District Governor Jose Peralta and spouse Tessie. Next, we have past District Governor Edison Ang. Past District Governor Efren de Guzman and spouse Pam. Past District Governor Antonio Puyat and spouse Charter President Mila. Past District Governor Fabio Enriquez and spouse Mirna. Next, we have past District Governor Miguel Ortigas Jr. and spouse Marinette. Past District Governor Jaime D. and spouse Elena. Past District Governor Marcos Hermoso and spouse Celi. Past District Governor Rodolfo San Felipe and spouse Edith. Next, past District Governor Luis Ulticman and spouse Ruby. Past District Governor Alfredo Abellar Jr. and spouse past President Nora. Past District Governor Lorencito Lorenzo and spouse Rowena. Past District Governor Salvador Quimpo and spouse Nancy. Incoming District Governor Anthony Parungao and spouse Lana. District Governor-elect Augusto Soliman and spouse Tess. District Governor nominee Arturo Tanyag. Let me also acknowledge past District Governor spouse Nitz Honorio. Next, past District Governor spouse Minda Fuentes and past District Governor spouse Glo Sandoval. At this point, let me start the roll call with the champion presidents, champion officers, champion Rotarians, and champion spouses of Zone 1. Next, the champion presidents, champion officers, champion Rotarians, and champion spouses of Zone 2. Next, the champion presidents, the champion officers, champion Rotarians, and champion spouses of Zone 3. Next, the champion presidents, champion officers, champion Rotarians, and champion spouses of Zone 4. Next, the champion presidents, champion officers, champion Rotarians, and champion spouses of Zone 5. Next, the champion presidents, champion officers, champion Rotarians, and champion spouses of Zone 6. Next, the champion presidents, champion officers, champion Rotarians, and champion spouses of Zone 7. Next, the champion presidents, champion officers, champion Rotarians, and champion spouses of Zone 8. Finally, let me acknowledge the officers, members, and spouses of the host club, the Rotary Club of Wakwak, led by champion president Ray Pineda. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you, District Secretary Dan. To formally welcome us is the Chair of DISCON 2020, past President Alberto Visconcio of Rotary Club of Wakwak.
Thank you, past President Eric, fellow Rotarians and spouses. A pleasant day to all of us. Governor Nelson M. Aspe and spouse Mila, Rotary International President's representative, past District Governor Jesnick Dow, our endowment and major gift advisor, Rotary International Director Rafi Garcia and spouse Minda, immediate past District Governor, District Public Image Committee Chair Marilu Oko, and spouse DNC Chair PDG Tonico, Regional Rotary Foundation Chair, Vice Governor and District Trainer PDG June Farcon and spouse Zeni, past District Governors and their spouses, our future governors, incoming District Governor Tony P. Parungao and spouse Lana, District Governor-elect Oji Suliman and spouse Tess, and DGN Bobby Tanyag, the members of the Executive Committee and other district officers and their spouses, our champion presidents and their spouses, and of course, to my I love my wife, spouse Bing, isang mapayapa at masayang pagbati ng magandang araw sa ating lahat. On behalf of the Rotary Club of Wakwak, we welcome you to the first and hopefully the only virtual district conference we will ever experience. Your host club, the Rotary Club of Wakwak, made sure for a truly champion district conference 2020 with EDSA Shangri-La Hotel as our in-person venue for the occasion. However, such did not happen, and so here we are, together as one in a virtual setup. Thank you to our district Zoom Discon team for making this event a reality. Thank you, Governor Nelson and Spouse Mila, for the trust and honor given me and the Rotary Club of Wakwak to host the Discon 2020. And to all Rotarians and spouses of District 3800, marami pong salamat sa inyong lahat sa suporta at pagtitiwala sa amin. We also would like to extend our apologies for the shortcomings we have to go through as we migrated from the in-person to virtual setup for our Discon. And as we go through the trials of this pandemic, let us all be safe as we continue to serve our communities. Magandang hapon sa ating lahat. Salamat po, mabuhay.
Thank you to our ever lively past President Alberto Vizcocho. Now, we would like to call on the stage Lieutenant Governor Luz Cotoco to introduce our Rotary International Director for his message.
Good afternoon. The gentleman I am about to introduce is not a stranger to many of us. RI Director Raffle has had so many accomplishments that if I could, I would need about 2 hours to introduce him properly. He is a graduate of the Ateneo de Manila University. In his Ateneo days, he played soccer, was a boxer, and also a member of the track and field team. After graduating from Ateneo, he went to Washington, D.C. and finished not 1, not 2, but 3 master's degrees there. To his Ateneo classmates and friends, Director Raffle is known to be very approachable, always ready to help, and someone who would go out of his way to look for ways and means to help a classmate or a friend in need. If necessary, he would even form a group to assist a friend in need. In his private life, RI Director Raffle is married to Minda Acacio Garcia, with whom he has 4 children and 8 grandchildren. RID spouse Minda is a very active and generous lady as well. Though he loves his children dearly, he never spoiled them. He taught them how to wait their turn to have something and to wait for the right age to have what they want. His children were taught that they cannot have the same things at the same time, that life is about discipline and self-control. Now that his children are all independent and stable, Director Raffle's concerns are about his grandchildren, what they are doing, and how they are doing. He is always so very proud of his grandchildren, as they all, without exception, excel in their respective academic and sports interests. Despite his very busy local and international schedules, he would always find time to attend his grandchildren's graduation and awarding ceremonies. Professionally, Director Raffle is primarily an information technology entrepreneur. He is Chairman Emeritus and CEO of the Mega Group of Companies, a 44-company-strong high-technology conglomerate with offices in the Philippines, USA, Bangalore, Shanghai, and Argentina. Before I move on to his Rotary life, let me add that he is someone who is very honest, someone who speaks his mind, no holds barred. Actually, he does not mean to brag nor to be offensive. He is simply concise, direct, and has no time for unnecessary information. In January 1971, Rafi joined Rotary and was a Rhino, Rotary in name only, until he served as the president of the Rotary Club of Pasig from 2006 to 2007. He was the most outstanding president of Rotary year 2006 to 2007 of District 3800. In 10 years, from a club president, past President Rafi became a Rotary International Director-elect. During his presidency, he increased the membership of his club from 35 to 78, making it the largest club in District 3800. He likewise transformed his club from an independent and indifferent district club to an active and now conforming and participating club. Because of Director Rafi, RC Pasig was acclaimed as the most outstanding club in District 3800, winning 37 district awards and a 4 Avenues of Service award from the Rotary International for the Rotary Club of Pasig's Gawad Kalinga project, the largest Rotary-assisted GK village in the country at that time, where he built 159 homes for informal settler families using his own funds. Today, again, with his personal funds, he is building a 3-story medical services center for the poor in Pasig City, adjacent to the Rotary Club of Pasig GK Village. And very recently, because of the Taal ashfall, he is thinking of buying a big tourist bus and convert this bus to a mobile kitchen. Rafi is retired from his business, but his children still consider him as the boss and their consultant. He is now a 100% dedicated and very generous Rotarian, and his life is now all about Rotary. Without going through the ranks of serving as assistant governor, district officer, or a committee chair, Director Rafi rose from being a club president to a district governor. He served as a district governor in the Rotary year 2011 to 2012, where he increased the total membership of District 3800 to over 2,500 with a total TRF contribution of $512,000. Then, the highest ever attained by District 3800. Having donated $250,000 in 2012, then past District Governor Rafi became a benefactor, a member of the Paul Harris Society, and the second Filipino Rotarian to become a member of the Arch C. Clump Society Trustees Circle. He has been a committee and task force member of the Rotary International Board. He was one of the original batch of 42 senior Rotary leaders and the first Filipino to serve as Endowment and Major Gifts Advisor, EMGA, from 2013 to 2017. Then in 2013, He also became the first Filipino Rotarian member of the Arch C. Clamp Society Circle to have donated 500,000 US dollars. He was appointed as a training leader for the 2014 Rotary International Assembly, the 16th Filipino to serve in that position. In Rotary year 2015, he was appointed as the Philippine Rotary Coordinator of the Rotary Global Awards Program for Rotary year 2015 to 2019. Also, in 2015, then past District Governor Raffle was elected as chairman of the Philippine College of Rotary Governors and as chairman of the Philippine Rotary Magazine Foundation for Rotary year 2016 to 2017. Almost finally, Mr. Rafael Garcia III was nominated in December 1, 2016 and elected in June 2017 as Rotary International Director for Rotary year 2018 to 2020 to serve as the 9th Filipino to serve on the Rotary International Board. I said almost finally because I am waiting for the final moment where RI Director Rafi will become Rotary International's second Filipino president. Despite his being elected to the board of RI in 2017, he still found time to establish in 2017 the One Philippines, a humanitarian award that recognizes unsung heroes in the Philippines who have dedicated their lives to doing good for others. To date, Rotary International Director Rafi Garcia is the highest giving Filipino to the Rotary Foundation. When he joined the Arch C. Clamp Society Foundation Circle, having pledged to give $1 million US dollars last January 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I believe I should stop here. Otherwise, I would need another 30 minutes to name all the other accomplishments of RI Director Rafi. Fellow Rotarians, it is my distinct privilege and honor to introduce to all of you this afternoon my Rotary idol, Rotary International Director for Rotary year 2018 to 2020, Director Rafael Rafi M. Garcia III.
Good afternoon. Champion District Governor Nelson Aspe and Lady Mila, District Governor-elect Tony P. Parungao and Lady Lana, District Governor nominee Oji Soliman and Lady Tess, District Governor nominee designate Bobby Tanyag, immediate past District Governor Marilu Co and past District Governor Tony Co, members of the District 3800 Council of Governors, other distinguished Rotarians and guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you this afternoon, even if it's through the unconventional medium of video conferencing. The coronavirus pandemic has really affected our lives and has turned our worlds upside down. The pandemic was just beginning last January when I attended the RI board meeting in Evanston. Going home after the board meeting, I had to arrange to get a direct flight to Manila instead of the one that I was originally booked on, which was transiting through Taipei. I would have had to self-quarantine for 14 days upon arrival in Manila if I had not flown direct. I have been locked down in Manila ever since, the longest I have not traveled in the last 30 years. But this virus is so contagious that when Minda and I attended the 91st birthday party of Passenger Governor Arturo Tingtangco at the Polo Club last March 8, Minda was infected merely by standing for a group photo beside a woman who turned out to be positive for COVID-19. This woman announced almost 2 weeks later that she had tested positive for COVID-19. By that time, Minda was already feeling the symptoms, and we had to rush her to St. Luke's Global when we found out that she already had pneumonia. She was confined at St. Luke's Global for almost 2 months before she was finally well enough to be released. There was a time when we thought we were going to lose her while she was intubated to a ventilator, and her condition turned to critical. Fortunately, she's strong and she has recovered and is now on her way back to full health. So I caution all of you, young and old alike, to stay home until an efficient and effective cure and vaccine is available. It is no joke to be infected with COVID-19. Stay home. Do not go out unless it is absolutely necessary. Wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds at a time. Wear a mask if you go outside, and wear a face shield or goggles to cover your eyes because they're easily infected. Wear a cap or something to cover your hair. Observe social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet or 2 meters away from the nearest person. Do not bring the clothes that you wore outside when you go back to your homes. Throw them into a hamper or into the washing machine instead. Leave the shoes that you wore outside your homes and take a shower immediately to maintain the integrity of your home. COVID-19 first attacks your lungs. That's why patients will experience pneumonia as your body's immune system tries to fight the attack of the coronavirus trying to take over your cells. If it can, it will also attack your heart. If you have heart problems, or if you were stupid enough to listen to Donald Trump and ask your doctor to give you hydroxychloroquine, that could be the end of you. Then it attacks your kidneys. So if you have diabetes, that could be the end of you again. But if you're still alive after that, it goes after your liver and it will try to kill you. If you're strong enough, eventually you start to recover. But it takes a lot of time and a lot of money. So stay home, stay safe. It's not worth it to go out and risk getting infected. Virtual meetings like this one will be the new normal for a long time. Most district conferences have been canceled, although some virtual discons like this one have been organized in their place. Distas and PETs have also gone virtual, and most club meetings have reverted to Zoom meetings. District Governor-elect Tony P. Parungau's still lucky because the International Assembly in San Diego last January was in person. Unfortunately, the 2021 International Assembly in Orlando, Florida for District Governor nominee Oji Soliman may be the first virtual International Assembly ever. Rotary International President-elect Holger Kanak and the RI staff are studying the requirements of a virtual International Assembly in the event that such becomes necessary. With training leaders speaking from all over the world, addressing an audience from 530 different locations, this will be an incredible undertaking. Just like the 2020 Honolulu International Convention, which was canceled and was the first ever virtual international convention in the history of Rotary International. It will be held over 7 days, with the plenary sessions being held on January 2021 and the breakout sessions on the other days until June 26. There was even a House of Friendship, which was open 24 hours a day. Over 55,000 registered for this event. So it was an interesting experience attending this year's virtual international convention. I hope District 3800 Rotarians took advantage of the opportunity and joined this virtual international convention. There will be no traveling for a while. I learned when I joined the RI board on July 2018 that the RI president travels at least 260 days out of the 360 days in his year of service, visiting Rotary clubs and districts all around the world. Then he spends the other 100 days running the RI board, the RI convention, and the Council on Legislation. All that is gone now, at least while the pandemic is still wreaking havoc with our businesses and our lives. All traveling will be virtual. Let us pray that we can go back to our old normal soon so that we can start meeting in person again. I've chosen making a difference as the inspirational talk that I will give for you today. I thought it was a relevant topic under the new normal. Rotary Making a Difference was the theme of past RI President Ian Riceley from Australia. At the start of his term, he said to us, whether we're building a new playground or a new school, improving medical care or sanitation, training mediators or midwives, the work that we will do will change people's lives for the better in ways large and small. The truth is, we join Rotary for many different reasons. But the main reason why we continue to stay as Rotarians is because of the value that it adds to our lives, as our service makes a difference in the lives of others. When I was growing up, my grandfather, who was the second Filipino to graduate from West Point, told me that if I was going to be here on earth anyway, then I had to make a difference in the lives of the people that I touched. I had to let the world, or at least the people that got to know me, know that I was here. He insisted that I have a responsibility to make the people I come into contact with better than before they got to know me. Do good, he said. make the world better because you were here. Make your life, your work, your family mean something. Because if you are not making someone else's life better, then you're wasting your time and you're wasting your life. Your life will become better by making other people's lives better. Create lasting change by implementing sustainable projects that provide continuous livelihood for people who would otherwise go hungry without your help. Inspire others to do the same by continuing to do good and affecting others with your generosity and goodwill. Share your passions with those in your community so that they will get affected by your enthusiasm and charisma as the germ of your personality multiplies in the people you touch. Use your money or your assets to make a difference in this world. Inspire others as you connect Rotary to the world. Be good, do good, change people's lives. Finally, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a wise man who used to go to the ocean to do his writing. He had a habit of walking on the beach before he began his work. One day, as he was walking along the shore, he looked down the beach and saw a human figure moving like a dancer. He smiled to himself at the thought of someone who would be dancing at this time of the day, and so he walked faster to catch up. As he got closer, he noticed that the figure was that of a young man, and what he was doing was not dancing at all. The young man was reaching down to the shore, picking up small objects and throwing them into the ocean. He came closer and still called out, "Good morning. May I ask what it is that you are doing?" The young man paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean." "Why are you throwing starfish into the ocean?" asked the somewhat startled old man. To this, the young man replied, The sun is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them in, they'll die." Upon hearing this, the wise man commented, "But young man, don't you realize that there are miles and miles of beach, and there are thousands of starfish all along every mile? You can't possibly make a difference." At this point, the young man bent down, picked up yet another starfish, and threw it into the ocean. As it met the water, he said, "It made a difference to that one." Remember that the purpose of life is not just to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and helped others in the process. In this era of the coronavirus pandemic, as we transition from connecting the world to opening doors to opportunities, let us be aware of the needs of people around us and how we can be of help, how we can make a difference, even if we have to do it virtually because of the social distancing requirements of staying safe with this COVID pandemic. There are a lot of starfish out there in our communities. We don't need to help all of them, but we will make a real difference to each one that we can reach. As I end this talk, join me in singing a cut from one of my favorite songs by Michael Jackson, Heal the World. Save the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Congratulations to the champion team of District Governor Nelson Aspe. Congratulations to the organizing committee of this virtual district conference for a very, very successful conference. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much to the pride of District 3800, RI Director Rafael Garcia III. We now bring you to Rotary International President's Representative Aid and Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator, Past District Governor Virgilio Farcon Jr., to introduce our Rotary International President's representative for his keynote address.
RI Director Rafael Garcia III and spouse Minda, Champion Governor Nelson Aspe and spouse Mila, Discon Chair Past President Alvis Cocho and spouse Bing, my fellow governors and your lovely spouses, my fellow champion district officers, champion presidents, my fellow Rotarians and Rotaractors, our lovely and very supportive spouses, good afternoon. You know, the easiest assignment that can be given to you when you are tasked to introduce a very important person or a very important guest, and that person happens to be very close to you. I'm so fortunate to be in that situation right now. I have known our Rotary International President's representative, EMGA Jesus Jess Nigdao, for a very long time already. We call him Plain Jess. My first encounter with Jess was when he was then the District Governor of District 3790 in 2008-2009. We both attended the 2009 Birmingham International Convention. I distinctly remember the RI President then was RI President Dong Kern Lee, or we also call him President D.K. Lee. We were seated at the gallery, me and Zeni, but somehow it was very near the stage, and we can see all those who were being honored by President D.K. Lee at the stage. It was the awarding of the most outstanding and performing district governors for Rotary year 2008-2009. There were 10 of them, but you cannot miss all those who came from the Philippines because there were only 3 of them. And our RIPR Jess was one of them. At that particular moment, I told myself, wow, this was a glorious day for the Philippines. Out of the more than 540 plus district governors, our RIPR Jess, who was then as district governor, was one of the honorees for their district's performance on membership growth. That was the beginning of my admiration and respect for RIPR Jess. When my turn came to serve as global governor, and we were training our district officers, I immediately contacted him and asked him to be one of our trainers for the DTTS. And now, if you ask me why we have very good global district officers, I can only point to RIPR Jess as probably one of the reasons. We have very good training leaders because RIPR Jess was one of them. You know, in the Rotary world, there are only few Rotarians who are privileged to be just like our RI President's representative. His dedication as a Rotarian since 1986 is unequaled. In a span of 36 years, he served in various capacities, starting of course from being a plain member in 1986, and a president of his own club, the Rotary Club of Western Pampanga, in Rotary year 1988-89. He was awarded 5 times as the most outstanding Rotarian of RC Western Pampanga. He served in various positions as district officers of District 3790 until one day he became the district governor in 2008 and 2009. In 2009, he was awarded the Outstanding Performance in Membership Development at the 2009 Birmingham International Convention by no less than his president, past RI President D.K. Lee. He was also the recipient of the Rotary Foundation's highest award, the Distinguished Service Award. And in the year 2013, he received the highest award from Rotary International, the Service Above Self Award. You know, his involvement in Rotary did not stop after his governorship. His passion then until now is to help those who are in need in times of disasters and calamities, among others. There are only few men in the world who is like our RIPR Chess. He organized Shelterbacks Philippines in 2010, an affiliate of one of the biggest international relief agency in the world, Shelterbacks International. He served as its founder and CEO until 2012. Shelterbacks Philippines donated more than 300 million worth of shelters, basic equipment for the victims of typhoon and other disasters in the Philippines from 2009 up to present. His involvement in Rotary did not stop after his governorship. His passion then and until now is to help those who are in need in times of disasters and calamities, among others. There are only few men in the world who is like our RIPR Chess. He organized Shelterbacks Philippines in 2010, an affiliate of one of the biggest international relief agency in the world, Shelterbacks International. He served as its founder and CEO until 2012. Shelterbacks Philippines donated more than 300 million worth of shelters and basic equipment for the victims of typhoon and other disasters in the Philippines from 2009 up to present. RIPR Chess is also a trustee of the Beyond Disaster Relief based in United Kingdom, another relief charity organized by the founder of Shelterbacks, Tom Henderson. RIPR Chess is currently the president of Help and Assistance for Rotary Philippine Districts Incorporated, or also known as HARPD, the central hub for Philippine Rotary to receive, distribute, and account for donations for Typhoon Yolanda rehabilitation projects. HARPD is working with the Department of Education under a memorandum of agreement for the rebuilding of schools in Yolanda areas. To date, 149 classrooms have been completed and turned over to the Department of Education in the provinces of Leyte, Iloilo, Capiz, Cebu, and Samar. RIPR Chess is happily married to Dr. Mimi Mabanta Nictao, a pediatrician. They are blessed with 2 daughters, Maita and Maria Angela, and 3 grandsons. Jess and spouse Mimi are the first Arts Club Society members from District 3790. At present, he is serving as the Endowment and Major Gifts Advisor for Zone 10A for Rotary Year 2019 to 2022. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage our Rotary International President's representative, EMGA and Arts Club Society member, past District Governor Jesus Jess Nicdao.
RI Director Rafi Garcia and spouse Minda, District Governor Nelson Aspe and spouse Mila, my good friend and aide RRFC June Fercon and spouse Seni, my fellow governors, governors' spouses, conference chair, Past President Albert Biscocho, and the Rotary Club of Wakwak, Rotary leaders, the champion presidents, fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. In behalf of Rotary International President Mark Daniel Maloney and spouse Gay, I would like to greet you all during your 2020 District Online Conference and a wonderful celebration of your achievements during Rotary Year 2019-2020. I'm really honored and excited to join you all today. This is also an opportunity for me to thank the many donors to the Rotary Foundation from your district, headed by RI Director Raffle and spouse Minda, in the 3 years that I was the Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator and now as your EMGA. I empathize with all of you for the cancellation of the actual district conference in March due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I am sure Governor Nelson and his team took into serious consideration the safety and health of all. COVID-19 completely altered our landscape. It crushed economies, broken healthcare systems, emptied malls and churches, separated some from their families, workplaces, and friends, disturbed modern society to a scale that most of us have never witnessed before. The virus is not going away quickly, and our new way of life will be the new normal for some time. There is no question, yes, there is no question that we are going into difficult times, but this will also come to pass. Every disaster displays selflessness and sacrifice. And during the pandemic, we have doctors, we have nurses, medical staff, the military, frontliners, and many Rotarians who all risk becoming infected themselves, risks infecting their own families, making extraordinary sacrifices to care for all of us. This is where we can come in, fellow Rotarians. The responsibility we have been given is to build a solid foundation for the work yet to come by serving as effectively and as efficiently as we can, keeping our work transparent and accountable, changing the lives of as many people as possible for the better, in the most significant and lasting ways, and ensuring that Rotary continues to provide the best possible experience to its members. These are the tasks that we have been entrusted with as Rotarians and as Rotary leaders. And they are the ideas that inspired our new vision statement, which describes the Rotary we want to help build. And I quote, "Together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves." In Rotary, we unite because we know that we are far stronger together than we could ever be alone. In 2019-2020, Rotary started to implement its new strategic plan to respond to innovation of the Council on legislation and serve in our own revitalized areas of focus. But the real work of shaping Rotary's future lies in our clubs, where our organization must do the most to adapt to today's changing realities. While the club remains the core of the Rotary experience, we are now far more creative and flexible in deciding what a club can be, how it can meet, and even what can be considered a Rotary meeting. We need to be organized, strategic, and innovative in how we approach membership, forging wider and deeper connections to our communities, and forging new club models to attract and engage more members and diversified members. Rotary International President Mark Maloney said, and I quote, "Through its distinct mission and structure, Rotary International provides a way to connect to our communities, to network professionally, and to build strong and lasting relationships. Our membership connects us to a global community through our countless projects and programs, our leadership in polio eradication, and our work with and throughout like us than we could have imagined. And it connects us to people who need our help, allowing us to change lives in communities around the world." President Mark's first emphasis is to grow Rotary, to grow our service, to grow the impact of our projects, but most importantly, to grow our membership so that we can achieve more. Over the past 20 years, we've stayed at around 1.2 million members. Although we experienced a decrease last year, our membership remains strong. We are not growing, and our membership is getting older. Bringing in more members to replace the ones we lost is not the answer. It is like pouring more water into a bucket full of holes. We need to address the root causes of membership losses. We cannot change our demographic in Rotary if we ignore the daily realities of the very demographic we most need to attract: the community-minded younger professionals. We need to meet them right where they are, at their stage of life, and welcome them. And if we hope to accomplish all the good in the world that we need to continue to grow, we need a commitment and a continued emphasis on developing membership from our club, our district, and zone leaders. Keeping Rotary relevant and thriving into our second century while continuing to enhance our members' lives takes a willingness to be innovative, seek out diversity, and adapt to changing needs. Our membership overview. My fellow Rotarians, as of 31 May 2020, we had 1,217,399 Rotarians, which is an increase of 27,933 members since July 1, 2019. 36,125 clubs, or 235 clubs more from July 1. Starting new clubs expands our reach and increases our capacity for service around the world. We know that for many clubs, flexibility has proven a great way to address the varied needs of club members. Women now make up 23.6% of our membership, an increase of about 1% since July 1. The information in Rotary Club Central suggests that the majority of our members are between the ages 50 to 69, though accurate percentages are hard to gauge because 41% do not include their age in their membership profiles. Let us now see the world membership distribution. In just the past 5 years, 50,000 people have joined Rotary clubs in Asia, which now has 31% of the world's Rotarians. Japan, after many years of steady decline, has not only slowed its losses, but is beginning to gain. Unfortunately, during the same period, the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean lost about 15,000 members, dropping from 33% of all Rotarians to 29%. In places that experienced the highest decline in membership, an equally high percentage of membership leads were never contacted. Membership leads are prospective members who use Rotary's online form to express interest in joining a club. Last year, 19,500 people contacted Rotary this way. Although not every lead will be a viable prospect, some most certainly are. The second emphasis of President Mark is ever closer to home than our clubs. It is our families. President Mark emphasized Rotary can and should be an experience that complements our families instead of competing with them. When our Rotary clubs are warm, welcoming places where service and family go hand in hand, we give family-oriented young professionals the opportunity to embrace Rotary and Rotary service and model positive civic engagement. Now, what is our gender summary? Our demographic information also shows some interesting trends. Currently, 76.4% of members worldwide are male, while only 23.6% are female, an increase of 1.6%. Approximately 7,000 new female members joined Rotary last year. Though the global trends, these percentages vary by region, district, and even club, majority of Rotarians are still in the 50 years and older range. Diversity is one of Rotary's core values. It enables us to connect different perspectives and approach problems from many angles to make sure that Rotary is still here 100 years from now. We need to look more for ways to make our membership reflect the communities we serve. Making Rotary attractive to younger professionals and those reaching the age of retirement is equally important to Rotary's future. Think about what Rotary offers them that is unique or better than what our competitors offer. Now we go to the community-based Rotaract clubs. President Mark Maloney again challenged us to increase the number of Rotaract clubs around the world during this Rotary year. In addition to supporting and creating relationships with younger professionals, this goal supports Rotary's new strategic plan to create new channels into Rotary. Younger professionals can make great Rotary members. I hope you agree with that. But to bring them into our clubs, we first need to understand them. The newly developed Young Professionals Toolkit available at rotary.org/members help us offers practical tips and resources to help you engage young professionals in your area. Give young people the opportunity to discover the power of service above self while having fun as interactors, engage younger students by starting junior high school interact clubs, connect interact clubs with Rotaract clubs to promote near-peer mentorship or mentoring, and encourage interact leaders to get involved with RILA or participate in the Rotary Youth Exchange Program. Mark's third emphasis is building a viable path to Rotary leadership for Rotarians who are actively involved in their professions. And if we want to build a better world, we have to awaken the souls of all Rotarians to their own ability and their own potential, and to the longing inside each and every one of us. The job of a club president and a district governor should never be seen as a full-time responsibility, especially for busy professionals. And we must erase in our minds that you should be a retiree to hold such a position, and then we can motivate them to become future leaders of Rotary. How can we enhance club flexibility? The second challenge noted by club leaders was embracing flexibility as a way to accommodate the varied needs of its members. Clubs actually have more freedom than ever to create a club experience that works for everyone. You can now decide how, when, where, and how often your club meets, as well as which membership types to offer. Clubs all around the world are becoming more flexible in three main ways. Some are using alternative meeting formats. Some are changing or varying how often and when they meet. And some are offering additional membership types to allow more people in the community to become part of the family of Rotary. What are the primary reasons people join Rotary? You know, one of the most important findings from our research, we found out that the top two reasons people join Rotary is one, to positively impact our communities, and number two, for the friendships and connections we enjoy. You know, these are the same reasons they stay as Rotarians. What makes this even more essential is that these are also what they say they want about Rotary after year, for community, for connection. We join for community and for the friendships and connection we make. And we stay for community and the friendships and the connections we make. Ask me to describe what is Rotary. I can do it in 2 words. Rotary is about community and connection. Simple. The next one is our relationships with the United Nations. This is our fourth emphasis. It's a focus on Rotary's enduring relationship with the United Nations. In 2020, as the United Nations celebrates the 76th anniversary of its historic charter, we will celebrate our partnership with a series of planned presidential conferences around the world. But we cannot do it now because of the COVID. And a focus on the sustainable development goals that Rotary does so much to support. We need to show our love and our empathy to Rotarians and the communities we serve. We need to show our enthusiasm for Rotary and changing the world to the point that it is infectious. We need to be the agent of change with an audacious challenge for doing more than ever. Now we go to your favorite. This is District 3800 profile. District 3800 as of 31 May 2020. Currently, there are 101 clubs with 2,861 members, 3 new clubs, an increase in membership of 281 members or 11%, which is a high number. The district's current age and gender profile is 68% men and 32% women. And this is significant compared to the global average, which is only 76% men and 24% women. This means that your district is encouraging more women to join Rotary. You have 16.7% of your members below the age of 40. While we have a challenge to increase this, you still are way above the global average of only 6%. My fellow Rotarians, today, if we really care about what the world is going to look like 10, 20, 50 years or 100 years from now, we need to acknowledge some hard realities about the state of our world today. Diseases, pollution, environment, degradation, and climate change are having more and more of an impact in every one of our 6 areas of focus. Environmental pollution is now responsible for 1.7 million child deaths every year. 4 billion people now live with major water scarcity for at least 1 month a year. And that number is only going to go up as the planet gets warmer. In the Philippines alone, over 60 children die every day because of bad water, not to mention COVID-19. Our challenge in 2019-20 is to strengthen the many ways that Rotary connects the world, building the connections that allow talented, thoughtful, and generous people to unite and take meaningful actions through Rotary service. My fellow Rotarians, despite the challenge we face today, especially COVID-19, let us commit to connect to our members, to connect to other clubs, to connect to our district, to Rotary, to connect to more communities, because Rotary connects the world to make this world a better place, not just here, not just us, but everywhere, for everyone, for all generations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rotary International Presidents, Representative, Endowment, and Major Gifts Advisor, Jess Nicdao. My fellow Rotarians, we are so fortunate because our RI President, Mark Daniel Maloney, has agreed to speak to us this afternoon.
Hello, fellow Rotarians. I am Mark Maloney, the President of Rotary International for 2019-2020. I know that this is an unusual way for us to meet, but these are unusual times, and we are certainly doing our best to meet the Rotary Action Plan goal of increasing our ability to adapt. As the COVID-19 crisis began to impact the world, country by country, Rotary's way of reaching out hand to hand, person to person, had to be put aside. But our powerful need to connect with each other has never waned, and our unique ability to lead and work with global organizations has never been more important. As I have watched the many ways you and all within the family of Rotary have connected the world with your actions and your compassion, I have never been prouder to be a Rotarian. We are facing a serious but temporary challenge. We will get through this by working together and taking care of each other. Just what Rotary members do. I know this because Rotary connects the world. And this has never been just a slogan for me. I really believe it. Rotary connects the world is a description of how and why Rotarians achieve so much. We invest in relationships. We make decisions grounded in evidence. We know how to mobilize our networks to create solutions that last. And we are always learning from our experiences in projects, clubs, and careers. In this time of social distancing, everyone feels a renewed hunger for meaningful social connections. We miss seeing our friends face to face. We yearn for the kinds of meaningful conversations and shared experiences that we may have taken for granted for much of our lives. In short, people are looking for the Rotary experience now more than ever. As we use our connections to recover from this era of distance, we will face new opportunities to grow Rotary in innovative, sustainable ways. Thank you for your leadership at this important time. Take care of each other. I look forward to seeing you in person soon.
Let us all give RI President Mark Maloney a very big round of applause. At this point, it is my great pleasure to call back District Secretary Danilo O. Santos to introduce to us the man of the hour.
Good afternoon to everyone. It is my honor and privilege to introduce our governor. Champion Governor Nelson was inducted as member of the Rotary Club of Wakwak in September 1998. He became the club president for Rotary year 2000-2001 under Action Governor Teodorico Teddy Zamora Sr. with the RI team, create awareness and take action. He immediately embraced serving beyond club level, practically with all district governors by assuming positions of increasing and higher responsibilities as an assistant governor, as deputy district governor twice, as district treasurer, as district conference co-chair, chair of the annual giving dinner, deputy district secretary, chair of the district training assembly twice, lieutenant governor for finance for 3 times, district finance advisor, co-chair Pala Rotary, a Rotary International Convention district coordinator, until his election as district governor for Rotary year 2019-2020. He was elected to the highest position in District 3800, adhering to the leadership concept of a servant leader who serves and serves, and the time-honored Rotary principle that position seeks the person. He is a recipient of international and district awards, among them the top individual recruitment sponsor in Rotary year 2015-2016, which award was given recognition during the Seoul International Convention in 2016 and District 3800's Servant Leadership Award in Rotary Year 2010-2011. He is a major donor level 3 and a benefactor of the Rotary Foundation. Governor Nelson is a certified public accountant and a lawyer, having passed the 1977 CPA board and the 1990 bar examinations, respectively. He also passed the police officer's entrance test, the civil service first grade exams in 1978, and was conferred the rank of a career executive service officer. Before the start of the Rotary year, he was a nominee in the search for the most outstanding professional representing the accountancy profession conducted by the Professional Regulation Commission. He engaged in public accounting practice during the first 12 years of his career and later joined government service at the Bureau of Internal Revenue for 27 years. And eventually, he became Deputy Commissioner for Operations under 3 presidential administrations, a position he held continuously for 9 years until his retirement. Our champion governor was born on June 27, 1956. Oh, he will be 64 tomorrow, and is the eldest of 7. Raised under humble beginnings, both his parents, the late Publio F. Aspe Sr. and Evangelista R. Moreno, were just high school graduates who found fulfillment in government service. Our man is a product of the public elementary school system. He pursued his secondary and college education the Spartan way until he earned his dual college degrees in accountancy and law. Champion Governor Nelson, truly and by heart, a man for others, is very happily married to the former Mila Garchitorena, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Social Works from the Colegio de Santa Isabel in Naga City. Their son Joseph Nelson and daughter-in-law Charlene have made them a happy and proud Lolo and Lola with their bundle of joy, a handsome 2-year-old grandson, a future Rotarian. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the man of the hour for his State of the District address, Champion Governor Nelson Moreno Aspe.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our champion District Governor Nelson M. Aspe.
Rotary International President Mark Daniel Maloney, represented in this event by endowment and major gift advisor, past District Governor Jess Nicdao, Rotary International Director Raffle Garcia and spouse Minda, the pioneers of the Arts Club Society in District 3800, immediate past District Governor Marilu Co, and spouse PDG Tony Co, RIPRA, the Regional Rotary Foundation Chair, Vice Governor District Trainer Virgilio John Farcon, and spouse Zeni, 2020 District Conference Chair, Judge Alberto Biscotto and spouse Bing, past district governors and their ever charming and supportive spouses, our future governors led by incoming District Governor Tony P. Parongao and spouse Lana, District Governor-elect O.G. Soliman and spouse Tess, and District Governor nominee Bobby Tanyag, the members of the Executive Committee, the other district officers, the hosts of the various district events, our champion presidents and Rotarians, the men and women of the Rotary Club of Wakwak led by champion president Ray Garchitorena Pineda, hosts of both the 2020 in-person and this virtual district conference, and to the woman who has shared life with me and the last 45 years of my life, my spouse, the former Mila Garchitorena. Friends of Rotary, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and I hope your day is pleasant. Last July 1, 2019, we started our journey together in giving our share to bring about lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves, under the theme, Rotary Connects the World. We all knew then that the road towards this vision is not just challenging, as getting closer to our destination is not an easy task. However, all of us were one in saying that it can be done. We have a bunch of Rotarians, leaders we finally called the champion presidents and district officers who lead, engage, inspire, motivate, and continue to encourage everyone to become champions in Rotary service. Thus, in the past 12 months, we did connect with one common goal and mind, Rotary. The new action plan for Rotary's future has been launched, and I am pleased to report that District 3800 has adequately responded to the central message of that plan, Grow Rotary. The attraction of new and young members into the family of Rotary, the very encouraging growth of active Rotaract and Interact clubs, and participation in Rotary events by friends and families are just among the positive indicators. Please allow me to present some figures on clubs. At the start of the year, we had 98, and we chartered 3 new clubs for a total of 101. On membership, at the start of the year, we had 2,580. And new members numbered 604. The latest to be inducted is Rotarian Bieng Bieng Lim Chong of San Juan North. There were terminations, however, of 288 for a net gain of 316. And currently, we have 2,896. Let me report that all of the above clubs are clear of obligations with Rotary International. I also want to report that the combined charter members of the 3 new clubs is 89. The 3 new clubs are Valenzuela Sunrise with 22, sponsored by the Rotary Club of Pasig. Then Mandaluyong Biyaya with 35, sponsored by the Rotary Club of Wakwak. And RC Rizal Premier with 32, jointly sponsored by the Rotary Clubs of East Rizal, Suburban East Rizal, Lakeshore Rizal, and Cainta. Now we come to the gender analysis. Male, we have 1,972, female, 923, and only one unreported. Out of 101 clubs, 12 are all male clubs. And we have only one club with female members, the Rotary Club of Sampaguita Grace Park. Now on age trends, Rotarians under 40 years, number 515. 40 years old and above, 1,884. There are 496 unreported ones, so they owe to supply their birthdays to the Rotary Club Central. Now we go to the club strength. Below charter strength, there are 20 clubs. Clubs with 20 to 49 members, we have 75. Clubs with 50 or more members, there are 6. This time, it is the age of the clubs. Below 10 years, there are 28 clubs. 10 to 19 years, 15 clubs. 20 to 29 years, 20 clubs. 30 to 39 years old, 27 clubs. 40 to 49 years, 7 clubs. And 50 years or over, there are 4 clubs. Now, you might ask, what is a centurion? Rotarians whose combined age in Rotary as well as in the birthday is called a centurion. There are 95 of them who will be among those to be honored this June 30, 2020. I cannot leave this page without giving recognition to the membership committee headed by past district governor Loiso Louie Tikman. Doing good in the world, partners, growth, and membership. Reports released by the Rotary Foundation put District 3800 among the top 10 per capita and in the top 50 in foundation giving of the 528 Rotary districts worldwide. Please allow me again to present some data. First, on revenues. We come to the annual program fund report. First, annual program fund is $825,435 US. Polio Plus Fund is $141,327 US. Other funds stood at $43,898 US. For a total TRF contributions of $1,660,000 US. And that brings us to an annual fund per capita of $314.90. Other major accomplishments this year. We have increased the members of the Arts Club Society. They now number into 6. During the year, we have 46 major donors and 13 major gift donors. We have 2,028 array eligible Rotarians and 64 array and foundation giving clubs. Sustaining member clubs, number 13. At this point in time, I am proud to report that non-giving clubs is not in our database. Well, I lead the district in congratulating these record-setting accomplishments. Kindly take a bow, DRFC Mark Hermoso, Fundraising Chair Gina Sanchez, and a host of coordinators from every zone. We now come on fund utilization. The question is, where do funds for Rotary projects come from? Of course, they come from the clubs and sponsors. They come from foreign partners and supporters. They come from the Rotary Foundation. The Rotary Foundation returns back to the district 1/2 of the annual fund generated 3 years ago. This is known as the District Designated Fund. Our DDF for the year amounted to $324,476 US dollars. This is further divided equally into two. 1/2 or $162,238 for the so-called district grants, and the other half for the Global Grant Fund. In the year 2019-2020, district grants were used to finance 47 projects on the 6 areas of focus, shared by some 71 Rotary clubs, the biggest by far. Global grant funds, on the other hand, are used to finance bigger projects. The beauty of Rotary is that your global grant money will multiply 4 times once approved by the Rotary Foundation. For our year, I take pride in reporting that we have the following global grant projects. 7 projects in the draft status, valued at $361,875 US dollars. We have 1 project still at the authorization stage with a value of $30,000 US dollars. 5 projects have been submitted for approval, and they value at $223,200 US dollars. Lastly, we have 9 projects that have been approved for a total of $773,085 US dollars. All of the above have an aggregate value of $1,388,160 US dollars. District 3800 is also a recipient of a district disaster response fund amounting to $25,000 US dollars, which we used against COVID-19. Again, my appreciation goes to Regional Rotary Foundation Chair June Farcon, DRFC Mac Hermoso, Lieutenant Governor Pilar Lee for managing these grants, and PDG Fabi Enriquez for identifying our foreign partners. Perhaps it is also fair that I shall touch on the third area of emphasis, and that comes under the theme, Training the Young Ones for Future Leadership. For one, the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards was well attended. And just recently, the district has formed the TRF Alumni Association, which had its historic virtual induction last June 17. Words of acknowledgement and thanks are not enough to express my appreciation and satisfaction to all of the Rotarians and the family of Rotary, particularly in District 3800. They sacrifice their time, talents, and treasure to bring about changes where and when they are most needed. During the planning days, And in the first 8 months of our year, we had the usual Rotary events where all of them were geared towards service and the traditional fellowship parties. There alone, the energy and enthusiasm of Rotarians and families are really that amazing. But let us say further that this is true not just in normal times, but more so in the face of natural challenges. The earthquakes, the weather disturbances, the Taal volcano eruption, and the one that brought the house down, so to speak, the COVID-19 pandemic. Quarantines, lockdowns, closure of business establishments, social distancing brought the world of Rotary to virtual meetings and now virtual district conference and even virtual Rotary International conventions. The pandemic forcibly changed a lot of ways, but not that of the core values of Rotary and its ideals. Rotary in this part of the world is very much a going concern. As a matter of fact, all clubs in the district turned the threat of the pandemic into opportunities. Everyone extended a helping hand to the medical frontliners, to the patients, and to those whose living were adversely affected by providing PPEs, masks, vitamins, food, and most of all, prayers. On the lighter side, our Rotarians captured these moments for a manifestation of Rotary's public image. We see them at the emails, at the Viber chats, at the Facebook pages, in the tarps, and lately at the June 2020 issue of the Philippine Rotary magazine. My friends, please share with us your energy and ideas that will guide us further and beyond as we champion Rotarians continue to promote and serve under our theme, Rotary Connects the World. We still want to continue creating an impact as we expand our reach to everyone, everywhere. The pandemic might still worsen, or it may be contained. But whatever it is, Rotary International District 3800 is here to stay. At the moment, we are still in the midst of uncertainties. Thus, it is possible that we will still see each other in person, or maybe we won't. But one thing is sure, you and I will always love Rotary. In the meantime, let us all enjoy the first ever virtual district conference of District 3800, which was planned and prepared by the team of champions under the theme, Rotary Connects Forever. Likewise, let's also say June 30, as we shall be having then our virtual awards night of champions. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your all-out support. God bless Rotary, God bless District 3800. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat.
Thank you, District Governor Nelson Aspe. You truly make our district, as well as our Rotary Club, very proud. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give our District Governor a well-deserved round of applause. Fellow Rotarians, before we end the first plenary session, please allow me to call our District Secretary Danilo O. Santos for some general announcements.
Once again, good afternoon to everyone. Just a few reminders. After the singing of the district theme song, we will proceed to the breakout sessions. Kindly click on the link provided in the invitation to register in the breakout session of your choice. Or simply click join if you are pre-registered already. Please take the opportunity to learn from the most sought-after speakers of Philippine Rotary as they speak about the respective topics. Is Rotary still relevant? Developing new generation of Rotary leaders. Rotaract, the future of Rotary, and protecting the environment. Day 2 of DISCON will start tomorrow, June 27, with the TRF recognition at 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m., followed by the business meeting and closing ceremony from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. The House of Friendship Talent Night will then take place at 5:30 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. Thank you and good afternoon to everyone.
Thank you, District Secretary Dan Santos. At this point, may we request all champion presidents and district officers to please stand up and lead us in the singing of the district theme song, We Are the Champions.
Started it all, service above self, inspiring people, good fellowship,
integrity, diversity, then planned so long and trained so hard for strong leadership.
Pay our dues, take needed action, polio eradication, sickness prevention,
expanding our reach in basic education, child and maternal care, clean water, economy, and conflict resolution. We are Rotarians,
Rotarians!
That puts an end to our first plenary session. Now, at this point of the program, we must ask everyone to all move out to the breakout rooms for our breakout session on our Leadership Development Program. For Group 1, the topic is Rotary still relevant? For Group 2, the topic is Developing New Generation of Rotary Leaders. For Group 3, the topic is Rotaract, the future of Rotary. And lastly, Group 4, the topic is Protecting the Environment.
Let's have our first raffle. Toaster, oven toaster. Our winner is spouse Edwin Baroga. Congratulations. You have 20 seconds to place your comment. While we're waiting for Sir Edwin to comment, the live stream will be available on replay 1 hour after the event ends. So do we have his comments? Give him last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do we have? No. So let's move on to the next. Still for that oven toaster. Oh, it's Jose Fabian Fabi Cadiz. You have won your oven toaster. Congratulations. I think he's in the breakout session right now. Again, the replay will be available 1 hour after this event on Facebook and YouTube. All right. So no response yet. Let's proceed to the next. Still for that oven toaster. Our winner is Christine and Jeanette R. Wico. Are you there? You have won an oven toaster. By the way, up for grabs next is a gas stove double burner, gas stove single burner, a rice cooker, and grand prize is a 43-inch Samsung TV. Are you there? Let's give her last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's proceed to the next. Okay, so we have Emilio de la Cruz Jr. You have won an oven toaster. You have 20 seconds to comment below that you're here and watching to receive your prize. toaster, Jason Choa. You have 20 seconds to comment if you're here. You receive that oven toaster that can be claimed at Emilio's Cafe and Restaurant, corner Iangalis Street and AHS Street, Santo Tomas, Pasig. Jason Choa? Are you there? You have won an oven toaster. So let's give him a few more seconds due to the delay in live stream to live. Maybe if we start with the Samsung TV, people will start commenting. Still for that oven toaster, let's see. All right, Andy Alcantara, you have won an oven toaster. All the names that I've called previously are not here, so they didn't get that prize. But Andy, if you comment below in the comment box, you can get that oven toaster. Alright, let's move on to the next name. Still for that oven toaster. Might be an expensive toaster. Nobody knows. Spouse Loretta Sanido. Alright, let's move on. Still for that oven toaster. P.E. Gia Saberon. Are you there? Hello, Miss Gia Saberon, are you there? You have won an oven toaster. So you have 30 seconds. All. Hello? Miss Jinky, is that you? I think we have a winner. Please comment if Jinky is the same as Gia Saberon. Because in a few moments we have to move on to the next activity. Because the breakout sessions are now open and ready to begin. Hello, is that you? Yes, you're present. So we have our first winner of an oven toaster. All right. So we can move on to the next prize, which is a gas stove double burner. All right, we have our winner, PDG Rodolfo San Felipe. Congratulations. You have won a gas stove double burner. Are you there, sir? Rodolfo S. San Felipe. If you know him, please text him, call him, and tell him to comment on our live stream. Yeah. Sir Rodolfo, you have won a gas stove double burner. Let's read some of our comments. Congrats, Gov Rudy, for winning. But you have to comment first so that you can claim your prize at Emilio's Cafe and Restaurant, corner E. Angeles Street and A. Jose Street, Santo Tomas, Pasig City. Sir Rudy, are you there? Let's give him a few more seconds. Then we'll move on. Remember, we still have our gas stove, single burner, and rice cooker, and our grand prize of a 43-inch Samsung TV. I wonder if it's a smart TV. Thanks to our generous sponsors for our prizes. All right, we have to move on. Okay, so we'll have our last, because at 3 o'clock, we have to end our broadcast and proceed to our breakout sessions. Don't worry. All the prizes that haven't been claimed or won will be carried over to the next session. So it pays to always be present. Even if we're not physically present, we're still monitoring our broadcast, our live stream here on Facebook and YouTube. Remember to like and follow our Facebook page, People of Action of District 3800, and our YouTube channel, Rotary International District 3800. All right. So, Sir Rudy, wala pa siya? I'm sorry. I apologize, but we have to end our broadcast. Remember that the replay for this live stream will be available at least 1 hour after the end of this broadcast, so you can watch it again tonight or even tomorrow morning to review the events that have transpired this afternoon. Once again, thank you for being with us this afternoon. We'll see you in our breakout sessions in a few moments. And we'll be back in our live broadcast tomorrow after lunch at around 1 o'clock.